All right, Hangout is now live to no one because we 0 viewers. All right, anyways, for anyone watching this in the future, I guess, welcome to Sinister Sunday number 16. For the most part, probably just me and Lord Husk here from Lord Husk's Evil Empire, Battlevests, and some of our, what I'm calling crown jewels, which is kind of like our albums and stuff like that. Maybe we will have like another panelist or two who pop on. We'll see, more than just us. But in the meantime, looks like we actually got 3 viewers now, so that's cool. Welcome, Putnam and Edgar Sanchez. What is up, guys? I guess I'll do something odd. I guess go first this time because I always get my panelists to go first, but I don't know. I've got a lot to go through because I've got a lot of vests, and I don't know if Lord Husk here has too much to really talk about with his vest. Maybe he does. Maybe he'll surprise me, but we'll see. All right, so I guess I'll start with the first battle vest that I ever made, which is this thing. Now, you'll notice there's like a patch or two missing. There used to be a Take patch here, but I took it off and I put it on my black metal vest. But other than that, this is mostly still exactly the same way I had it in the like my completed leather vest video that I did a while back. Still got the Mr. Necro and 100% dead things there. It's got the death clock up in the other corner, the one having the Carnifex in it, a few pins from while that's coming in, but that some Sabbath, some Death, Blastomoxis, which is a pretty like slamming pornogrind kind of band, and then Deicide. Anal Fistfuckers, if you're into that scat grind stuff. Giant ass premium patch. 1 out of 1 ever made Slammerella patches. Then Boring is kind of like a pretty good, like, grindy, kind of like, I don't know. I'm just going to say like a death grind band. They probably have some slams in there every now and then, but hey. And then Lordy, and I can't believe I still have the 2 new albums by Lordy, and the Sexorcisto, or whatever the fuck it's called. Appropriate consider patch above that is White Zombie, and they've got an album called La Sexorcisto White Devil Music or something. So there's that side. On this side, we got some Gorgoroth, some Emperor, some Mayhem, and this is a pretty rare patch. Really, really good album with Shagrath from Dimmu Borgir and King from Gorgoroth. And then a Archgo patch and a Sarcophago patch, which, damn, I need to get some Sarcophago in my collection. A Satyricon patch. And here was where my Abath one was, but I put it on my black metal vest. And then the black metal Marduk patch, a Magua patch, and a Native Blood patch, which I'm just going to say is a tribute to Creator, or no, not Creator, Testament. Testament has on their Dark Roots of Earth album. How badly am I lagging right now?
Sort of bad.
Probably pretty bad. Which is why it's probably good that I go first and get this shit out of the way. So, on the back here, a Venom patch that I really don't know why I have, because Venom's pretty much garbage after the first two albums. And then a Hail Hydra fucking octopus patch, because I love me some Marvel, and their villains are pretty cool. And this Zone patch I've talked about a million times. The Zone was a mom and pop CD shop back in Bowman, and then a Toxic Holocaust patch across the top of the giant 6 feet under back patch I have here from an old shirt. 6 feet under. They're what got me into death metal. And then a Marilyn Manson patch, because hell yeah, fucking edgelordness. An Arch Enemy patch, which I actually got from Mr. Tainted Lord 87. Thank you for that patch, brother. Suicide Silence patch, but Anchor Era, the new guy's ass. I come over here. Yeah. This is a Tormentor patch from the Anno Domini album, but I like their Seventh Day of Doom. And then there's a Morbid Descended Moon patch, which, pretty much everyone needs to have. And then the Metalhead box have made their own patch, and you bet your ass I'm going to sew that on here. So there's that. And then the Burzum rocker panel at the bottom there from another old shirt. Bathory on that side, and a band that really needs it, Rammstein. Well, that was my first vest. I'm going to give it a rest, actually, and let... Maybe you can talk about your vest for a bit, bud.
Yeah, probably should. Shit, where to start at? Go on the side with the fused patches. Basically, I got this from the Metalhead box. Awesome Trivium logo patch. Actually, funny story about this, I actually started getting out of Trivium, and then Melissa sent me that patch, and it's like, damn it. Over here, we have a Slayer Repentless patch, which I bought from Hell's Headbangers. Some of these patches are from there, actually. Feel the Fire from Overkill patch, same place. I have the Metalhead box pin right there. Candlemass right here. A Slayer cassette pin, that's pretty awesome. And I got a Keen Diamond pin right there. As Black Metal Rebellion said, the Metalhead box had their own patches. Got that on there. I have to say it's one of a kind now, because I don't see any patches from the Metalhead box from this. The Annihilator patch with the album Alice in Hell, pretty awesome album, actually. We have an Imperium Throne patch, which I wish that logo was on the shirt. Sad face. Okay. We have a Destruction patch right there.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Death patch. My very first, actually, Death patch I got from them. Still can't pronounce this fucking band name. Atrophy. That one right there.
Yeah, amazing
Atrophy,
band.
Yeah, and it's Socialized Hate. I actually like that album, actually. One of my favorite patches from Death, Leprosy. Pretty awesome. And while I move my own cord. On this end over here, we have a Bathory patch.
Very nice.
Actually, I was so glad to get this too. Midnight patch, but I think this was I I can't even say that name, but yeah, there you go. Sulks of Violence or something.
Shot of Violence.
The SHOX. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, Shocks of Violence. And actually, I forgot what album this was from, but I also got Celtic Frost.
I think that's the one that came after Into the Pandemonium, but I could be wrong.
And I have one more patch I have to sew on, but that's about it. Still need to get a couple of other bands. Actually, I'd like to get my hands on a Horror Bethlehem patch if they have one, or ever make one.
You leave Venom alone. Says everyone needs a Slayer, Venom, Bathory, a Monomart, and Iron Maiden patch. I disagree. But that's a lot of pedestrian bands right there. Speaking of pedestrian bands and battle jackets, why does everyone have to get an Iron Maiden back patch?
I don't know. I personally prefer death on all my jackets, to be honest with you.
Like, I get that a lot of people like Iron Maiden, but man, at least one battle jackets or maybe more is an Iron Maiden back patch, and I'm just like, why? Like, obscure bands out there that deserve to have their centerpiece on your spine besides Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if someone had an Atrophy back patch, I'd have to high five them because that would be amazing.
I think more the reason why I have 2 death patches is just memory.
Death is an amazing band. I just watched the that documentary that just came out like last year, Death by Metal. Yeah, that was really good. They kind of threw in some samples of like earlier Death songs from Scream Bloody Gore, Leper, Spiritual Healing, and fired to go back and collect some of Death's early albums now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely gotta get me some shirts of that band.
I got one shirt by Death. It's just the Sound of Perseverance cover art.
That's still a good album. I got that album to myself.
Well, the funny thing about that was the first time I'd heard Death, right? So to me, that's what Death sounds like because that was the first time I heard them was Production to Death. Seth Putnam says everyone needs a Sodom patch. Sodom is amazing. Dylan Moore says my first vest has a Scream Bloody Gore back patch on it.
Nice.
Yeah, righteous, my dude. Righteous.
And actually, that's funny because actually, what's funny about that? I actually have that patch.
Yeah, man. That's a groundbreaking album if I ever heard one.
What's actually funny because I had 2 bands, 2 patches of the same band on that jacket.
It's funny because I got 2 bands. Normally, as a rule of thumb, I normally never try to have 2 patches by the same band on one battle jacket, but I rule with this one because I got a Skeleton Witch mini yellow kind of logo patch there, back, if you can see it, get my fat ass up there. I got a, I got a skeleton with a giant logo patch on the back. So yeah, it's right underneath the creator. I still need more small patches on the back of this thrash vest, but I just got the Sodom pin from the Metalhead box. The Onslaught Warbringer. Got some Hyades, Thrash Now, Work Later patch. And then the Anthrax. That's a lot of yellow. State of Euphoria patch there. It's not my favorite album, but I really, really like the look of the patch, so I said, fuck it. I recently got this Biocancer ear-piercing thrash album artwork patch.
Nice.
And then this giant strip logo and artwork from fuck. I can't remember the name of the album. It's the second one, I think. Survive or Survival. But yeah, that's Nuclear. That's pretty good. I actually wasn't really into them, but as of lately, I'm getting more and more used to those like falsetto vocals. It's still not quite my cup of tea, but I'm starting to be able to tolerate them a little bit more. So I started getting more into Nuclear Assault. Might as well finish it off. Hatchet, really good band.
Ooh, great band.
Yeah. Hazard.
About damn time you got that album.
With my unboxing with the shirt and the CD. And then this is fucking rare. It's probably not going to zoom in, but it's a Radiation. It's from their first EP. I'm actually wearing the Gift of Doom shirt right now.
Nice.
What do you call that? Not minuscule, like minimalist. It's very kind of a minimalist version of the artwork because the artwork's way more detailed on the album. And then this All Hail Lich King,
great band.
Patch. And then this Reactory patch logo, and of course some Sodom in the Sign of Evil, which is, I still say, their best release. Album that I need to get, like, as soon as fucking possible. Artillery with Fear of Tomorrow. Excellent. Band. But yeah, more patches to fit vest. Trying to locate a gamma bomb patch. Maybe try and find a ultraviolence patch. I need to get something that goes in between these two, like a thin logo patch on each side there, because I kind of left the space
right
on each one. So there's like a big patch, a logo, a square patch, hopefully a logo, and then a square patch again, just to kind of keep that theme going on. But
yeah. What was that band I showed you the other day? What was it, Belgrave or something? I can't even fucking remember. It had a unique style of thrash. It didn't sound like a standard thrash band. I think it was from Australia, I think.
Only band or only thrash band that pops into my mind from Australia is Cemetery Dust. But I know that's not them.
You actually made a comment saying that I showed you them and stuff. God, I can't remember the freaking band name. Oh, let me go through my phone real quick. It's gonna bug me, trust me. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. Are
Deborah
you in?
Fernandez says Deborah should have a Black Metal Rebellion patch. I actually sold out of them. That one right there, the last one, and it's on hold for one of my people. He sent a mail order in, but fucking Canada Post is absolutely terrible, and I haven't got it yet. I'm still waiting for his money order to come in. Fernandez. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Nicholas Fernandez that is the one that sent it in. Whenever that comes in, man, I'll ship out your patch. Yeah, it was him. I feel bad because my hands are tied. It's up to Canada Post to deliver that fucking thing to me. So onto that until it gets to me, because I know he really wants one, and I'm not going to be doing any more Black Metal Rebellion patches probably till I get like maybe 45 or 5,000 subs. I might do another run of them, but yeah.
Yeah. So the band.
Go ahead.
The band was Battlegrave, and the album was Relics of the Dead.
Nice.
That was that band I showed you. I would love to have a fucking patch of them.
So right now it's like death and thrash metal bands for the most part.
For my Battlevests, probably put like a couple of doom metal band on that too.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to get a fucking patch.
Nice. Are you planning on doing another Battlevest once you're done this one?
Yes. I think my next one's gonna be straight up death metal.
Nice.
But yeah, this band right here, I love to get I love to get that fucking patch of that.
It's pretty rare to see like brutal death metal bands make patches.
It is, but it'd be awesome because me listening to brutal death metal, I think having patches would be awesome for the jacket, you know?
For sure. Yeah, I got a parka that I got a Testament back patch, like a logo pack patch.
Mm-hmm.
And your back patch on like just red themed patches with death and thrash metal on. Probably to that one though, because I'm trying to finish this thrash fest off.
I think the next color is going to be either pale blue or I'm just going to go straight with a black denim.
Nice.
One of them two.
Just checking the chat here and see if there's anything going on here. Fernandez says, my son Nicholas has a Metallica Master of Puppets back patch.
That's not a bad album, actually.
Yeah, Master of Puppets has been like a pretty solid Metallica album for he's going to get a Black Sabbath and a Slayer rockers for them. Not bad. I would recommend a different, thrash metal band than Slayer for the rocker. But hey, if he really likes them, then Seth Putnam says D-Rain and Intent are also good Australian bands.
Definitely check them out.
I think I've heard of Hidden Intent, thrash or like death metal, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of them. Well, I might as well show off my. I know some people have been looking forward to seeing it. And don't worry, videos for these in the future, but hey. So this is my punk vest. It's a little small on me now, but it's basically complete. On this side, we got a fuck ton of British cone studs, random zebra print I decided to throw on there to be cheeky. I don't know. But here we go. We got some Japanese pogo punk called the Erections. I got a Misfits pin because every fucking cliche punk fest has to have a goddamn Misfits pin. This here says, "Sorry, I'm awkward. Sorry." I'm pretty sure that's from Sorry. So, and I mean, I am pretty awkward, so it fucking fits. Next is another kind of oi / pogo punk band called the Ejected, and I'm pretty sure they kind of inspired the Erections. So, got a guitar and a fucking gun there for some reason. None under the is the Electric Dead. I think new logo. I think the old one had something. Yeah, it's a local kind of punk band. Really, really good stuff. Saw them live. I have some footage on my channel, so if you want to go check out the Electric Dead, definitely do go check. They kind of sound like the Misfits, and funnily enough, they have a side project that's Misfits cover fits, so that's funny. And then underneath is some street punk with The Unseen, The Truth. I actually don't have that album yet. And then this thing that's almost falling right the fuck off is basically some, like, I don't know what you'd call that, power violence. Like power violence. Correct me in the comments section. This is also another local band called Black Cat Attack. Never had. Really, really great female-fronted punk band, which is weird for me to say because I'm not into, female. Kind of like put some belt pyramids around the bottom of it with white and black. As the Scam, which is kind of like a street punk borderlining on like crossover to thrash punk band from Australia. And then I got a for self-defense pin. I think I got that. Hot Topic, Don't Crucify Me. And then an Anarchy button to focus, but it's a the Diffused, a button by the Diffused, which is also a pogo punk band. Another pogo punk band, Who Killed Spiky Jacket, and some early late 80s, early 90s hardcore punk, the Circle Jerks, which, fuck, I need to get some other albums because they're so good. And every punk vest has to have one of these guys on it, so I got a Black Flag one, even though the only album I can really stand by them is I got Damaged on vinyl, so there you go. Worthy enough of that fucking patch. And then UK subs who have like 30 fucking albums, and I'm never going to catch up, but at least I have a patch. British Cone Studs on the back, because punk. Dead Boys, Young, Loud, and Snotty. To get that album someday, but they're rare to come by and expensive as fuck. And then Casualties, Underground Army, back patch, because I love Casualties. An Anti-Nowhere League patch, who I kind of so much, especially when I kind of found out they kind of write songs against LGBT people, so but whatever. Then the Pissed, kind of an oi punk s band, or that logo and whatever. I think that's actually only on a split though. That's not like an album cover. Let's see here. It's the Discogs with Punk and Proud. Now the Discogs were basically what the Erections were before they became the Erections. I'm about 90% sure that's who the Discogs were. Either way, a good punk if you're into that shit. Check it out. And then Chaos UK with Burning Britain, which was actually only an EP, but for whatever reason, every EP and we made patches of that. So I'm more into their Two Finger Blast in the Air, whatever the fuck it's called album, but that's the only patch I could find. Along the bottom is kind of street punk band from, I think, France, but yeah, called Blatoidia. They tour a lot with a band called Breakout, so probably see them together quite a bit. I also have a shirt by Blatoidia, so some more kind of late 80s, early 90s sounding hardcore, Negative Approach. Really, really good band. Definitely need to get me some stuff in the future by them. Fucking such a good album. Love that one. And Rock the Light. The others are kind of, random and have some really weird stuff on them. But this album by Bad Brains and Rock the Light, or Rock for Light, I don't know, are really good. And then the Foreskins, some English oi punk. Have their, I think it's their second album, but I got The Good, the Bad, and the Foreskins. But yeah, so that's my Punk Fest. Once again, I'll be doing a proper video on all these sometime in the future, but there's that. Oh god, that's gonna fall. There. Oh man. So, Lord Husk, do you doing a Punk Fest in the future?
I don't really know many other than the Casualties and the Exploited. Or if you would consider Doyle as a modern time punk metal band, then I could probably do one. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. Pretty sure His Hero Is Gone is Crust. To be wrong. I've only listened to them once. Yeah, crust punk sounds about right. They're really weird. They're like hardcore level. They're like fucking punch you in the neck type of hardcore. Like they're very aggressive, very like violent, just a crazy stuff. It's sort of like Nails and Trap Them and fuck me, what's that other band? Trap. Nope, can't think of it. But yeah, sort of like that, but not quite. My friend had that same Punk's dancing badge. Well, probably if your friend goes to Hot Topic, that's probably where he got it, because that's where I got mine. I know Hot Topic isn't very, whatever. Jimmy Gray says Circle Jerks are a good band. Wild and Strong. Yeah, that's a really good album actually. In general, Wild in the Streets. I want to get their first album, to start off with though. So that being Group Sex. Needs some oxymoron on it. Yeah, my vest definitely needs some oxymoron on it. And as well as probably some Subhumans and some Vampire and Monster Squad, etc. What do you like better, mosh pit or hardcore dancing? Moshing, because hardcore dancing and crowd killing is for idiots who want to assault with it. I'm not about assaulting people and punching people in the face and throwing roundhouse kicks and into on the vegans who just want to come and watch their favorite band play. So, yeah, fuck crowd killing and fuck you if you crowd kill. I'm not about that shit. Exactly. No karate in the pit.
About time I heard that saying. Thank you, J Hall Films.
Save that shit for the dojo. So yeah, that's actually hard to hold up for that long with one arm. Jesus Christ.
No, but definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely prefer a mosh pit over whatever they consider that, whatever the fuck it's called, It's just embarrassing.
It is. Like,
mosh pit is where it's at.
Like swinging our arms around like fucking morons. I don't know, man. Like I get you're young and you're angry and you're angsty and you need to get your frustrations out. Don't take them out on other people. That's fucking rude. Like, if you really need to go, punch something, invest in a punching bag, invest in maybe some martial arts lessons, take up boxing or something where the person who's getting hit by you has the opportunity to hit you back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, punch people in the pit. That's some pussy bullshit.
And that's how usually you end up in the hospital.
Jimmy says, those who do karate are the true posers. I don't know. I don't like to throw around the word poser because I like to have someone is pretending to be something they're not before I throw that around. And what would be the point in pretending to anyone would want to pretend to be a metalhead?
Mm-hmm. Peach Creed just messaged me on Facebook, and it's funny because he agrees with me. Hardcore dancing is very embarrassing.
It is. It's embarrassing for the rest of us old. But I got one more vest to show, which is my black metal vest. But I'll probably save that for like a little later on because my arm is tired. I forgot to do, forgot to do tricep day because I totally go to the gym. So what are some of your most valued own or your crown jewels of your collection?
I only brought CDs out, but the only shirt I'm wearing right now, I just recently bought. It's an Archspire shirt. Fucking been wanting to grab it for a long time since I seen it on Season of Mist. Fucking that band is fucking awesome as shit. I fucking want to see them live. I have been dying to see them live. CD wise, where to start at? Let's just start on this album. I've talked a lot about this album, and if you guys have not checked this album out, I don't know what's wrong with you. But we have Rise to Fall into Zero, 2008 album. It's a phenomenal melodic death metal band. The reason why it's in this category right now is because
Nice.
When I bought the bundle, they the band themselves have signed the CD and they sent me an awesome picture signed. So, I mean,
Sick.
you can't get any better than that. Huge shout out to Rise to Fall. Good band from Spain. This band's actually from Orlando. And if you don't know these guys by now, well, I don't know what to tell you, but Trivium, Silence and Snow, it has never been open. It's never going to be taken out of the wrap for one reason. And this is basically the reason right here.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Yep. I can't believe I still have this. If you guys get this album or any album signed by this band, especially all of them, you're fucking lucky. I actually bought this and they signed it for me, which I missed like
Nice.
3 times seeing them live. Okay. Oh, actually, I do have a CD. My bad. This I actually got from Metalhead Box. This is Archspire out CD, The Lucid Collective. Great fucking album, actually. I actually prefer this one over their other album. I'll have to put it in the description. Send Jesse the album so you guys can check it out.
Sounds.
This is Ascendancy by Trivium. Great album. Pretty. If you're trying to get into Trivium, would be the first album to get into first.
Yeah, agreed.
So
it's a really good one.
This is one of the oldest albums that I owned from them. This album is actually pretty. What year was it? 2011. So yeah, this is a pretty old album. Trivium's album in Waves. This was a mixture of a lot of good elements. They do have a mixture. They mixed it up with the scene and harsh. Some songs like "Watch the World Burn," and another song I just can't remember where it's at. Only basic clean vocals. Last but not least, one of my all-time favorite albums from this band. And if anyone's talking shit about this album, then Shogun by Trivium. Actually, one of my favorite songs is Throes of Petition. Great fucking album. Now if I can open the CD, it'd be best. So basically, yeah. Great album. Actually, out of all the Trivium albums I own, I have to give this the highest rating. Because
Sweet.
Songs like Down from the Sky, the song I just mentioned, Throes of Petition, Insurrection, Shogun itself, great fucking songs. Definitely check this album out if you guys haven't. But yeah, that's basically my crown jewels. I would have put in Whore Bethlehem in there, but everyone would have saw that one coming.
Bethlehem stuff?
Yes. Actually, true fact, I'm going to say this in the live stream. I am planning on buying the rest of their merchandise on their site. So I think I'm going to be spending $100-something.
Cool. Papa Bless says you guys should check out Stages of Decomposition. They're actually really good slam band. I have their first first album. I showed it in a really old kind of slam collection update, but yeah, agreed. Really good band for sure. Yeah, I guess I never really thought to check out my slam collection for like rarities and like odd stuff to check out. But I mean, I have Abominable first album. It's not the
Fuck.
original
I need to get that in my
artwork,
collection. I need to get that shit in my collection.
but it's definitely the thing that got me into slam. Like, absolutely disgusting and heavy, and just have some of the grimiest slams you've ever heard in it. That's for sure. If I was to get another kind of rare one, it would be Begging for Incest's Awaiting the Fist first press, but I ended up getting their repress of it on here with those and stuff. The first press would be something I'd love to get. This one at least has the music on it, so I mean, at least I have of their first release basically. And this also has, like I said, it's got some like early demos on it from A Severed Head, Diarrhea Dreams, and Mutilated, Hacked, and Backstabbed. It even has a cover of Baby Killer, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, I'd love to get the first. But besides that, I actually did pull out some pretty rare stuff and kind of like actual, what I would consider crown jewels. Trying to put this away without dropping everything. But yeah, this thing you're never going to find. I guarantee your ass that. And if you do, it's probably some guy. And so anyways, what I'm talking about is Maximum the Hormone with Asa Crew, which is their first album. And if you like this Japanese J-pop, like hybrid of like, I don't, like from 1 minute to go sounding like Simple Plan to fucking like the heaviest stuff you've heard by System of a Down. So it's quite very unique and interesting stuff for sure. Now the thing about this is I actually met Records and I asked them if they had any copies like ever available for this thing. They said they hadn't had copies in for years, but they did let me know if I wanted to buy one, they could have one made specifically for me from their press, but it would cost me $160. And well, I had a job at the time doing security, and I had the money, and I had a session with this, so I said, "Yup, make me one." So I sent them $160 because I'm an idiot, and they made me one copy official of Maximum the Hormone's first album. So technically, this would be one of one. So I'm not really super into this band anymore, but like it's still one of those things you're like, you own it. I can't believe I spent the fucking money that I did on it. But hey, it's there. And the thing means, like, this was one of the rare albums where they actually spoke English in it. Not that you'd be able to make it out because their Japanese accent is so thick and strong. But yeah, so definitely one of my biggest crown jewels in my collection, even though I don't really listen to them that much anymore. cool. It was something that was like a holy grail for me. I was trying to get it for ages. Was this the true fucking mayhem with Wolf's Lair Abyss, the EP that kind of came after the Menace. Not easy to get a hold of, and if you do find a copy, you're probably pay around $60+ for it. I know I've seen them go for 120 plus shipping on Discogs sometimes just for a fucking CD. And yeah, it's right. So it's going to sit on your shelf and it's going to deteriorate, unfortunately. But as you can see, there's already some wear. And then the person that had this, there's a sticker on the front, and there's like residue still, and like ripped off part of the cover. But at least I have a physical copy of this in my collection that I didn't have to pay $1 million for. One of my subscribers sent it to me free, care package. So, man, cheers to that fucking subscriber. Cheers to the channel. This shit right here definitely makes, you know, doing what we do worth it for sure. Checking out the chat here. Do you think Mayhem and Gorgoroth should make a new album? Well, Mayhem will more than likely make a new album. There's no reason why they shouldn't. There's no reason why they can't. They got all the members that they did for the last couple albums. As for Gorgoroth, the next album they make probably will be with a new singer, because every other album has a new singer. So I don't know. We'll return. That'd be cool. Hat should definitely return for the new album if he's available. Listen to Prong, Immortal, Creator, and Crowbar. I already listened to Immortal and that Prong or Crowbar. What are they? Are they like progressive, like hard rock, or like what are Prong and Crowbar? Do you know Lord Husk?
Nah, man. That's the first time hearing the name, too.
Papa Bless says, Maximum the Hormone was what got me into metal. That's awesome, dude. Like I said, they're a really crazy kind of like mix for music. Like they can do like pop punk and then go straight into like breakdowns and just really heavy growly vocals. And just some of the most bombastic, chaotic stuff. Definitely up there for D music for sure. Like Mindless Self-Indulgence and Maximum the Hormone should definitely do a tour together. Jimmy Gray says, "Are you guys big fans of Sepultura and Soulfly?"
Soulfly, oh my fucking god. I believe they're coming here to Florida, actually. I definitely want to see them. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I know their music. Soulfly. I don't know why, because when I heard Soulfly, it had that aggression to it. Like, I think it was called Prophecy. That was my first song from them. And they just had that aggression of, they don't give a fuck about people. That's kind of
remind me.
Go ahead.
They kind of remind me of like a Brazilian version of Slipknot. I mean, not with masks or anything, obviously, but like the sound, it's kind of got like a Brazilian version of Slipknot to me. Kind of like some new metal influences there, and I think even Corey Taylor even did a Soulfly at one point called "Jump the Fuck Up."
Mm. I feel like Soulfly has it kind of sounds like that, but like a heavier version of Slipknot, more aggression behind it.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Um, into Sepultura would be probably from Arise and before that. I'm not sure what album is after Arise. Maybe Roots. But if anything, I would probably get Arise and before that. Like I don't really know anything after this, so I couldn't really tell you. I know I didn't really like Roots or Roots, Bloody Roots, or whatever the fuck the album was called. But
Oh, that band. I that's one band I couldn't get into. I would prefer to get into Soulfly more than them. That band just didn't have it
fair
for me.
enough.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I listened to Divine Heresy over that band.
Divine Heresy. I don't I don't know who they are.
I'll have to send you a couple of their songs, some of their good songs. They kind of sound like Fear Factory.
Does it have Max Cavalera on vocals?
I don't know who's on vocals. I know there's a guy. It's been so long since I listened to him.
Speaking of Max Cavalera, have you heard the project called Nail Bomb?
Nail Bomb? Oh my god. That's another band I got into when I was listening to Soulfly.
Yeah, that's a really good band, gotta say. Papa Bless says, "I wish Dead could return for Mayhem, but I guess that's not really an option." Dead was definitely Mayhem's best vocalist. Um, I would still prefer, out of those, I'd still prefer either Maniac or their first vocalist to do it rather than Cesar, because I'm not really a big fan of Attila Cesar. Attila Cesar sounded way better in Tormentor for me. So Michael Dillinger, which patches he's getting. He's looking to get Satanic Warmaster, Mayhem, Gorgoroth, Dark Funeral, and Sure, which are all pretty damn good bands for sure to get on your vest. So go get them, man. Go get it done. Seth Putnam says, "Are you guys Unleashed fans?"
Never even looked into their material at all, to be completely honest.
I see. I think an Unleashed album or two at my local Deja Vu Discs shop every now and then, and I kind of just keep passing it up. But I think from what I've heard by Unleashed, they're okay. But like, I don't feel the need to go rush out and get any of their albums. There's
I
just a
think,
lot of better stuff out there to get first.
to be honest with you, I'm looking more for like technical death metal, brutal death metal albums. Which Gravitational Distortion is a great fucking band. Can't wait to get that shirt.
Papa Bless said he just got a picture disc of the Dawn of the Blackhearts album. Um, I kind of find that album cover to be like in poor taste. Like I don't really support that bootleg. That's kind of difficult to Dead, but I mean, if you enjoy that bootleg, then by all means. But yeah, I'm never gonna leg. Uh, Jimmy Gray says if there were two death metal along with Creator and Warbringer, it would be Blood Oath by Suffocation and Darkened Shrines by. more stuff for sure. I'll probably eventually get all of Creator and Warbringer's albums. Just matter of money time. Michael Dillinger says, "How do you sew patches on your vest?" Very carefully and otherwise you're going to be bleeding out of your fingertips.
Yeah, and I can tell you that for once.
But hey, what's a good battle vest? Have you guys ever been to? I have not, and I probably will never get the chance to, unfortunately. But looks like a fucking blast.
What was it again? You cut out on me.
Let's see here. Royalty sounds like a death metal record. I mean, maybe if you're comparing it to Scream Leper by Death and like Seven Churches by Possessed, maybe. But to me, it's still a proto black metal with some thrash and death metal elements kind of record. But I mean, if you really want your death metal collection, I don't think anyone would fault you too badly. But I think most people just look at Sodom as a thrash metal band. Let's see. Do you guys enjoy Fintroll? Hell yeah, Fintroll is awesome, melodic, like folk metal. Do you like Fintroll?
No, another band to get into. Not heard of them, but it sounds interesting. I definitely like to listen to that. See what I think of it personally.
Check out the Jargon's Tid album. Really good. They got a song on there called Troll Hammerin'. Fucking amazing song. What's this person's name? Oyan Lauren Adami. They say early Creator was death thrash. Yeah, I mean, I definitely say that they had quite a bit of death metal elements in their thrash, for sure. I know a lot of people try to say that Pleasure to Kill was a black metal album, which it's not, but I know a lot of people try to say it is. It's got black metal elements in it for sure. It's got some death metal elements as well, but yeah, they're basically just a thrash, just other metal elements shoved in wherever the fuck they feel like throwing them in. So, what are holy grails that you'd like to get in the future?
Holy grails. Oh my. Right now.
Right now.
The new Relics of Humanity album. I like to get my hands on that.
Say again?
I believe it's Relics of Humanity is coming out with a new album next month.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I would honestly love to see a Horror Bethlehem album be made this year. Honestly, the only one I have right now with me is a Soilwork album that came out this year, which that's a great album actually.
Verklink.
Verklighten. It's a Swedish name, but actually, It's a Swedish name and it's translated to reality. So if you just say reality, I know which album you're talking about.
Fair enough, bud. Seth Putnam asks, are you fans of any metal punk bands like Bone Hunter? I've seen Hunter going around quite a bit. I've seen Josh Armijo show them. I've seen Full Metal Ginger show them off. First, I've seen fucking hell, Kenyon Bickle show them off. I've been checking them out. Like Bone Hunter looks badass. I'm pretty sure they sound great too. I probably will enjoy like thrash. I'll enjoy like metal with some punk elements in it and whatnot. So I probably will enjoy Bone Hunter. What about you, bud?
The only band right now that I know of, and I've seen them twice already, and you already know what I'm about to say. The only punk metal band I know of is Doyle. And they are phenomenal live. I got to meet Doyle and Alex 2 times. Great dudes. They do have the horror punk style, but it has more of the like a modern metal sound. Like songs like Valley of the Shadows, Kiss Me As We Die, Run For Your Life. Those are just hits for me. Definitely check out their
Nice.
As We Die album. You'll never regret it. If any of you have not checked it out.
Need to get Abominator for sure. It's on my list of things to like get soon. Yeah, I can't wait to see if Doyle makes a third album in the future.
I'm thinking about wearing a Doyle shirt the next stream. Just to represent them.
Yeah, like you got a little work shirt, don't you?
Yeah, actually I do. Hold on one second.
Yeah, man, show it off. Oh, fuck, man, your name. I apologize if you're a woman, but man, you're Adami. You say your favorite album by creator is Phantom Antichrist. I actually haven't Phantom Antichrist yet because I know I'm going to be getting some, like all of creators' albums in the future at some point. So I kind of want to discover them as I buy them. Like the only one I kind of went ahead and listened to before buying was just because everyone kept talking about it over and over and over again. So I'm like, I got to go, check out what the big deal is. But every other creator, when I get it and just put it on for the first time, just to kind of have that experience, I don't want to go listen to it on YouTube. But I'll take your word for it that Phantom Antichrist is a great creator album. Adami also heard of Krizix.
What happened?
Have you heard of Krizix?
No.
I've heard of Krizix. I don't think I've listened to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're another thrash band.
I actually have the shirt right now. I just had to button it up. Basically, this is the work shirt. Well, if my headset stops doing what it's doing. That's the front of it.
Oh man,
another great song from them. I actually spent $40 for this. 45 actually. No, 40. Yeah, it's an expensive shirt.
oh, that's amazing looking back.
Yeah, it is. But I think the best money well spent was meeting Doyle and Alex for the first time.
Hell yeah.
And let me tell you, when the guy's standing, he's intimidating.
Oh, probably. He's built like a brick shithouse. His biceps are bigger than my head.
Yeah. And he's been working out ever since the Misfits. Shout out to Michael Graves to his solo project. Fucking. I really wish the Misfits would have kept him. But his solo, his own music project, it's just straight up punk rock. But you can definitely tell it's Michael Graves.
Someone asks, do you prefer death growls or clean vocals? Depending on what band or what genre, more than likely I'd prefer like growls. But like I couldn't picture Sabbath with growls, so like obviously I want cleans for Sabbath. Punk vocals, growls for punk bands, so I prefer them just to have the punk vocals. What about you, Lord Husk? Do you prefer cleans or growls?
Be honest with you, I prefer both, depending on the genre of the band itself. Because I do like melodic death metal, big time. I mean, Doyle is a prime. Actually, Doyle is a. Why is my camera not working with me? There we go. Doyle is a prime example because Alex does a mixture between both harsh and clean, which is very unusual for that type of genre.
True.
But I can't. I would love to see him a third time so I could get that interview. That interview has been aggravating the shit out of me not doing it.
Well, hopefully you get the opportunity, man. I know you've been trying to nail down a Doyle interview.
Mm-hmm. But shit happened. I'm still trying to do a that one band I told you about, The Coven, which is basically a witch punk / rock band. I need to do an interview with them, so
Actually, there's a I don't know if they're punk or if they're thrash or something in between, but there's a band that I've been meaning to check out, which is in it. Oh, it's gonna bother me. I think they might be thrash. I think that I seen them talked about on J-Hoff Films. I'm pretty sure Chris Thrasher talked about them, so they're probably a thrash band. And it was in like a fairly recent video. I don't think it was the last one. Or it was in a fairly recent J-Hoff Films video where he talked about them. I'm gonna have to go watch it again and see what band it is, but
yeah, I don't know either, man.
Fuck, that's gonna bother me now. I have to go look that up once we're done.
Welcome to my world.
But Deborah says, "Do you like Septic Flesh? And if you like Slam, you should Discord."
Septic Flesh, huh? Interesting band. Also a band that's coming to Tampa, Florida. I need to get my hands on those tickets. But yeah, Codex Omega. I love that fucking album.
Now, by visual disc, do you mean visceral disgorge? I think she means visceral disgorge, and I've heard of visceral disgorge.
So have
great band.
I actually have one of their albums, their only album, on Google Play on my phone right now.
Nice.
You know what I would actually like to see? Another Guttural Slug album.
Yes, I hope he finishes World working on more guttural slug since Megalodon came out. So
Great fucking album, by the way.
yeah, I gotta go watch the Meg soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight too.
You've apparently.
It's a great fucking movie.
And hey, Jason Statham's the man, so fuck it. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Jason Statham should totally play a character in the DC. The DC. I just don't know who he'd be.
Yeah, well, I don't think he probably is into that, but you never know.
Yeah, he should be into it. If he likes his money, he should take the offer.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you know, Wonder Woman made like $800 million. Aquaman passed $1 billion, like within 4 weeks of opening.
I need to go see that movie.
And I will show it from the fucking top of the mountains. Aquaman's my boy for life. He's fucking awesome, and it has Jason Momoa playing him like fucking perfect. Reese Wettrick says, "All hail Lord Husk."
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You got a fan, bud. What's better, regular concert T-shirts or buy shirts at a show with tour dates? I only really like to get tour shirts if I've been to the tour, because I kind of feel like I'm living a lie if I'm wearing a tour T-shirt that I haven't been to. So only if I've been to the tour do I like tour T-shirts. Otherwise, I just like regular T-shirts.
If this proves your answer.
Hell yeah.
And I've been to 2 of their shows. So, second time I actually caught Doyle's pick. That was worth money right there, man. That was just worth the money.
Agreed. I definitely need to get a Doyle shirt in the future sometime. Maybe one with like a green logo, because I kind of love green for some reason.
And that's what I mean by the metal part, because of their name. It's not a usual punk design either.
Yeah, it's a pretty badass logo. Someone says, what is your least favorite metal genre? Mine is power metal. Like, yeah, probably power metal, followed by like glam and maybe like Christian metalcore. Like, they're pretty bad genres. What about you, Lord Husk? What's your least favorite metal genres?
Well, I don't want to put black metal into that because I am trying to get into it, sort of.
And you would make me cry.
Well, I got a hat of yours up there, so the actual, and this is a true genre I do not like, stoner metal. I can't stand it.
It's what, sorry?
Stoner metal. I prefer to listen to black metal over stoner metal.
I don't know why they got to put the word stoner in it. Like, I'm not like straight edge, but like I'm not a fan of drugs either. It's like why do you have to have like references to pot or drugs in music? It's like, what the fuck does that do with music? But hey.
I'm gonna put this band out there, and I know people are gonna nail me on this one. I can't stand Attila. Cannot stand him.
I can understand why. Like Attila is a very like preferred taste. Like you either love them or you can't stand them at all. Like you kind of have to just, I don't know. You got to have a certain
I just I just
for them. Like with Attila, like I kind of followed them from their very beginnings. So like their the soundtrack to a party or whatever the fuck it was called was the very first one I heard, and it was like Soda in the Water Cup was the very first song I heard, which is fucking amazing to me. Like it's just this really fast, growly singing with like very energetic guitars and like upbeat, like deathcore type of music, and I'm like, man, this is really fun and enjoyable. And then they kind of slowly morphed into what they are now. So I kind of have an affinity for them because I knew them back when they were single. So and
I'm not talking bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking bad about them. I mean, every band has a certain taste. It's just that's a band I can't listen to it. Like I've even tried.
no worries, man. If you don't like them, I totally understand. Like I said, it's very obvious reasons why people don't like them. Hans is a bit of kind of a douchey jackass kind of front man. I'm sure it's a nice that comes across in the videos. You just kind of want to shoot yourself in the face. So I understand, but are you guys fans of Japanese brutal death metal, like bands like Myocardial and Fart? Do you like
Japanese brutal
Myocardial
death.
Infarction?
No, but I will definitely check them out because since it is written, it's written under brutal death metal. I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking heavy. They're on a four-way split that is probably not easy access for me right now, but it was really, really good. And I wish I could bust it out, but my tower. But yeah, they're a really good band. Definitely check them out.
Well, because since I'm a huge death metal fan, I'm definitely gonna check them out for sure.
Let's see here.
Hostile Eyes. Ooh, that's an interesting band name.
Adami, what do you guys think about melodic metalcore such as Bleeding Through? Any thoughts?
I'm just trying to keep what I want to say about that genre, and because I don't want to upset anyone. Bleeding Through is a great band. I just think melodic metalcore is not a genre to be put out there.
Fair enough, man.
Now, if it was melodic death metal with metalcore, it's understandable. But to me, it's like it's like going onto Metal Archives and looking up the Unguided, and it says melodic groove metal. I kind of know my melodic death metal very well, and the Unguided's nowhere near groove metal.
Yeah.
But no, other than my personal opinion, Bleeding Through is a very, very good band, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have or had a Bleeding Through album at one point. I'm not going to be able to find them guaranteed anywhere around here, but if I did, No, I think I probably sold it to Deja Vu Discs, but I know I had one at one time.
I don't want. I don't want to be.
Uh,
I don't want to be throwing myself out there as an asshole, but melodic groove metal, or excuse me, melodic metalcore is kind of hard to get a grip on for me.
well, I
But then,
mean, you'd first have to be into metalcore first, right? Like, and then get into the more melodic side of it. So it's like,
but it is a great band, actually. By the way,
Seth Putnam asks, "What do you think of the punk band Choking Victim?" I really, really enjoy Choking Victim. The No it's fucking amazing. I got it on vinyl. I don't know if I have it on CD. Uh, let's see here. No, I don't think I have it on CD, but I have it on really good. I also like Leftover Crack, the band that kind of came after Choking Victim. They got songs as well, so it's kind of a coin toss. But yeah, no, they're a really good band for sure. As melodic metalcore is what got me into melodic death metal.
well, if it got you into melodic death metal, then um, some melodic death metal you should definitely check out. Couple of my favorites right now is Soilwork and Rise to Fall. Um, I do have a band page of my project on Facebook. I'll definitely have Black Metal Rebellion, put it in there. Definitely check out a couple of those bands that were the bands inspired by.
Actually, you know, it'd be like kind of a cool little series on if you did like you know how Wyatt has his uh, post metal or post rock with the Postman series,
Mm-hmm.
where he like features a post rock band that he really enjoys. It's like one other however many times he does it. You should totally do kind of the similar thing, but with melodic death metal. Like every week or every other week, have like a day where you just kind of feature one of your favorite melodic death metal bands and show people about it, because you kind of seem to be like the main champion pillar for melodic death metal out of our Rebellion family.
Yeah, big time. Because me and Trez, we share the same common interest with brutal death metal, but I think that's my stronger suit is melodic death metal because I know a whole bunch about those bands and stuff. So yeah, I probably will definitely think about that in the future.
Yeah, man. Just some kind of cool food for thought if you're ever wondering what to do for content, because I know there's probably like a crowd out there that would be interested in that genre, know your stuff about it. So I love the brutal death metal band Acranius, says Reese Wetrick.
Cranius. That's actually a brutal death metal band.
Um,
Is it brutal or slam?
I kind of want. Well, Acranius slamcore, which is, you know, slam mixed with deathcore. Um, so that's what I call Acranius, like a slamcore band. They're not quite slam, but they're also not quite deathcore. They're kind of like a
A
happy
mixture.
medium,
I,
like bands like Acrania or Vulvodynia or fuck, Gut Rectomy. Gut Rectomy is an amazing slam band. Yeah, there definitely needs to be more slamcore bands. Like like further leaning towards slam and bombastic kind of energetic deathcore feel to it every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there definitely needs to be more bands like that. Acranius is like at the top of the game for it. Top of the game for it. Acrania is more closer to deathcore with like the odd slam influence.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you're more into that, then check Acrania out. Um, brutal death metal and slam with the odd deathcore element here and there too. They're not slam, but they're nowhere near like 100% deathcore either. So
Mm-hmm.
like they're all a really good band to check out if you're into that. I know Within Destruction is another one of those not slam bands. You know, like they want to claim the slam tag, but they're not quite 100% slam. So if you're into that, there's that. What I want to see, you know what I want to see in the future? More blackened slam bands, like slam with like black metal elements, or black metal with some slam. I know it's kind of like, what the fuck? How could that ever happen? But I don't know. I think it would be a really cool mixture of both.
Definitely.
7-string, but then cut into like a black metal riff, and while the black metal riffs are playing, have black metal vocals playing, but then while the slam riffs in the song are playing, have like the slam vocals playing. Like, man, it would be just like the craziest mashup. I'm sure it would work, but properly yet.
Yeah, it's like my band. I'm trying to make it melodic death metal with a mixture of brutal death metal. That's literally gonna be a tough job.
Melodic death metal with
brutal death metal.
more death metal. So brutal melodic
So,
death metal.
yeah, basically. But I want to take it one step at a time, because what could happen is I could be wanting to do that and it ends up into a brutal death metal band, which would be fucking cool, because I have not heard of any brutal death metal bands here in Florida. So I might actually just take that leap of faith and just hit the brutal death metal style.
Well, I mean, like we were discussing last night, you trying to find members for your project, and since you're going to be doing vocals, what you're really looking for, like the death metal community who enjoys stuff like Scar Symmetry and like, oh man, I'm blanking right now, but like stuff like Scar Symmetry, but also stuff like fucking Coprocephalic. Like, man, that would blow my mind. Like,
give me like basically like Scar Symmetry and Carnal Decay, mixing it in together, because that would be amazing. Heavy. I just need to study more on Scar Symmetry. Like, I'm not talking about the newest Scar Symmetry. I'm talking about Christian Olafsson. Like the songs like The Illusionist,
Holographic Universe.
Yeah, and then that album with The Illusionist on it, Pitch Black Progress, I think it's called.
That'd be sick. Seth, how we feel about Aus Rotten? Have you ever heard of the band called Aus Rotten?
No, that's the first time hearing that.
Aus Rotten, street punk, kind of avant-garde punk band that toured a lot with, and maybe some. I'm going to probably speak out of line here, but maybe early Battlevests. Like, Aus Rotten is a really, really good punk band. The vocals are kind of hit and miss with me, but it's been a while since I've actually listened to Aus Rotten, so maybe if I go back and give them another shot, they'll probably land good with me again. But like instrumental wise, like guitaring and drumming, Aus Rotten was fantastic. It was just from what I remember, the vocals were the thing that were kind of for me. But I can check out Aus Rotten. I've been getting more into Annie Flag's early stuff again, so I could see them maybe hitting the right spot for me this time around. Michael Dillinger says he likes some melodic death metal bands like Children of Bodom. Adam Bodom is amazing. What are your thoughts on Children of Bodom?
Children of Bodom, I've only heard them once. At the time, I didn't like them, but if I get into them now, I probably could get into them.
Honestly, Children of Bodom was like the hugest obsession for me back in like 2008, 2009, and religiously for a good solid 3 years. They're not on any of these stars behind me. They're on the one that's kind of like at the side of my bedroom that spins around, and it's like a giant like obelisk. But I have all their albums. I think I have Tony Tainted Lord 87 to thank for a couple of those albums, either Halo of Blood, or I was pretty sure I have him to thank for one of those at least. But yeah, I love Children of Bodom. Their new album Hexed seems like it's gonna be badass. I haven't listened to them in ages, but back when I did listen to them, I listened to them religiously. If you see what I was trying to sell back, I think last year, earlier on last year, there was probably like four or five Children of Bodom shirts in there. So, you know, and the funny thing is, weird trivia fact about me, I have camo pants with a different color of Bodom shirt. So I'd have like Breeder, and then I'd have a green pair of camo pants. I'd have Follow the Reaper, and then I'd have blue camo pants. And then I'd have like Are You Dead Yet? The orange version of it on the shirt with some orange camo pants. Like that would be my thing. Like I'd wear camo pants the color of the shirt and match it like all the time. It was probably a really fucking weird thing to see with my friends. They're probably like, why the fuck does he wear this? But that's one of my obsessions. Like if I wore a certain shirt, I had to wear the matching camo pants with it.
Understandable. And I was actually kind of looking at a couple of them, but I don't think he had any extra larges, so I didn't make a move on it.
Well, I would say start with Hate Breeder, because that has some of the best songs.
I definitely will check them out.
If you need help checking some of their best songs out, definitely hit me up after the stream.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Golden Bodom is. Let's see here. Adami says, Jesse, have you seen the troll account version of you around? Jesse Posarella. I think that account still exists, so it should be shut down because it's trying to, represent me. But no, I haven't seen them around. I haven't seen their comments around anywhere. I have them blocked from my channel, so I don't have to. But even kind of around like other Rebellion family channels or like seeing them in the comment section. So no, I haven't seen Posarella for a while. Thank God, because it's fucking dumb and child. Why would you pretend to be someone else and try to ruin their name by going around and talking shit? Like that's let's see here. I think mixing brutal death metal with metal sounds like a pretty cool idea. Yep. Yeah, I think so too. So I think if Husk can find some band members, he'll be on to something pretty popular for sure in the metal community at least. Seth Putnam says, "Do you guys like crust punk? Do you like the crust punk band? Hell yeah, Nausea is great. Nausea, Dystopia, uh, Terror, something. Fuck. But yeah, no, those bands are great. I really need to get some, not Dystopia albums, yeah, for sure. Man, the problem is I'm just so into thrash right now that I can't help myself. I gotta buy thrash because trying to force myself to listen to other genres right now, other than thrash, where I'm kind of like thrash obsession, it is kind of hard for me. I'm like, oh, I really would rather get like the in between test albums, or I'd rather really get some in between Toxic Holocaust or Creator albums right now. But I know there's like an awesome new fucking Nile out right now on Bandcamp that I should probably be getting. I know there's some Shining I should be getting caught up on. I know there's new Slam, and there's new old crust punk stuff I should be catching up on. But I'm only limited to like $40 a month for spending money, but the rest has got to go towards like rent and diapers and kid stuff, because the kids need things to live. But hey.
Who was the one that said that was a good idea for the brutal death metal, melodic death metal?
Person's name that I cannot pronounce. Their last name is Adami. Oyunlaran. Oyunlaran Adami. They said it was a good idea.
Well, I appreciate the the support on that, and I'm gonna really put a lot of effort into it.
Reese Wedrick says, "I love Lord Husk," and sends in a bunch of.
He's a friend of mine.
Oh, the band Nausea, by the way?
No, first time hearing that.
You got a lot of firsts. You're breaking Lord Husk's cherry here, guys. Do you guys prefer old Cannibal Corpse or new Cannibal?
Oh,
Chris Barnes lover. I think anything after The Bleeding is absolute garbage, except maybe I can tolerate The Wretched Spawn because it has some pretty fucking great songs on there. It's just a shame that Corpse Grinder has to put his garbage over on that Husk.
I mean, I like both vocalists. I mean, Chris Barnes is a great vocalist, and I do need to get myself into 6 Feet Under, because I think like the only songs I've actually heard was basically, it was off my friend's list. My friend gave me when I used to have an iPod, I got some of his music on my iPod, and I was listening to a cover song from AC/DC that they did, and it was called TNT.
Yeah, so they have an entire cover back album. Some of it's good, but some of it's kind of like, oh my god, dude, that should not be sung with metal growl. I own it anyways, because anything that 6 Feet Under puts out, I'm going to throw money at. I still need to get Torture. How the fuck I haven't picked up Torture yet, I don't know, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, like I'm Chris Barnes all the way. If you ever see any interviews with her and they ask him about Chris Barnes, all Corpse Grinder does is shit all over him, and he's an asshole. And I don't understand, like, if you don't have anything nice to say about an ex-member of a band, you shouldn't say anything, because it's unprofessional. And that's why I really don't like Corpse Grinder, because every time he opens his mouth about Chris Barnes, it's all shit and it's all negativity, and that's very unprofessional.
Yeah, that is true.
Grinder,
but
fuck you. Fuck your giant neck. Stop talking shit about ex-band members. It's not cool.
I mean, other than that, I mean, he's got some good songs off some good albums. I can't think of this one album. I can't even think of the song right now, but I'll send you the link to it on YouTube, and that's literally like one of the songs I've listened to all my life. When that album actually came out, so.
Sometimes you just got to separate the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Just as someone who loves Chris Barnes and the fact that 6 Feet Under kind of like really propelled me into death metal, to stack and list Corpse Grinder talk shit about him really pissed me off. So that's kind of why I'm like anti Corpse Grinder. Anywho,
funny thing is, before we continue,
yeah,
everyone's got a story on how they got into death metal. I can say I have somewhat the best. My first death metal band was Vader, and it will remain that way.
I'm gonna have to check them out because I can't remember what they sound like.
I can sing you one of my all-time favorite songs from them. It's not on no record at all. It's very hard to find. They actually did it for the video game, actually. I would love to go see them live. Because his vocals is not standard. Yeah, I hope so too. His vocals is not standard death metal. And that's what intrigued me into it. It sounded like he deepened his voice just enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the time, but I want to answer a couple more of these questions. But before we get to the note, I want to show off the last vest here quickly. I'm not going to run through it super slow because technically the stream's over in 5 minutes. But here we go, just really quickly. This is my black metal vest. Couple of points of interest are these pins here. Marduk, pretty big too. Like it's a very big Watain pin over here. Kind of go with the patch that I have up here. Revenge, Beharit. That's just like a hearse. Let's see here. Blackcraft patch. Life sucks. One more day closer. Reaper pin. Catharsis. Goat Moon. Dark Fortress. Y patches here. This one's of Arismenda's logo. This is from Hennesist Host. Human Bodies DIY patch. A not summoning, but summon DIY patch. Painted that myself. Enstill, great German black metal. A true Norwegian black metal anti-human, anti-life patch. The Take patch that's missing off of my leather vest, and I put here. Old Funeral, Akitsa, Celtic Frost, Revenge Prevails, Hails to my boys, and Revenge Prevails. Check those guys out. A man. Shooter, Dark Funeral, my boy Priest from Ovenokian. Go check out Ovenokian. Amazing Canadian black metal. On this side's a Take runic symbol crest. Oh god. On the side over here is a Revenge, another one. Is a DIY. Fuck if I can get it up here. Volon? Yeah, Volon patch. On the back top rocker, a Satanic Warmaster one, which sucks that the hood covers up unless I wear it, because I love this old school logo. I'm not really a fan of the one that's kind of like horizontal looking. This is my favorite Satanic Warmaster logo. This kind of newer, immortal looking logo. I like the old school logo better, but just this fucking look, Porg and Daemona's on it. I'm pretty sure this is the Sons of Northern Darkness back patch. Could be wrong. If I'm reading the Sons of Northern Darkness, Then, of course, La Legion Noir band, Mutilation. Every fucking black metal fest has got to have a Bathory one, so there's that. This is Gravkavad, a kind of depressive, suicidal black metal band. Fuck, if I can remember where they're from, like Hungary, Sweden, Finland, somewhere from Europe, I think. They got a new album out. Go check out Gravkavad. I will try to remember to provide a link in the description box below, but don't crucify me if I forget. Over here with Bluten Krieg and some more Satanic War Master down here, since, like I said, you can't see that fucking thing. Hyperion, excellent. Black Lion, label band. Definitely go check them out. These guys kind of changed my mind on symphonic black metal. It's done right. And then Horna, the dude's also in Sargeist, and he was in early Behexen as well. But Horna is probably the best project. Well, I'm lost is, and then Horna, but hey. And then my Abath patch that went missing from my black leather vest, but look, Abath. That's a quick rundown of my black metal vest. And once again, I will be doing a proper for the but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's get on to a couple of these questions. This is going to run a little longer, but I've seen. Have you guys discussed anything about the new Lords of Chaos trailers that are out? We haven't discussed. I have a really old channel kind of talking about Hollywood making a Lords of Chaos movie, but that was the end of it. What are your thoughts on this Lords of Chaos movie that's coming out based on the trailers?
I have not. I mean, I didn't never seen the trailers at all. I just keep hearing about it, so I'm definitely gonna. I just said definitely twice. Yep, I'm tired. I will be sure to check out the trailers and let you know my personal feelings on it. Isn't it about black metal, if I'm correct?
Yeah, it's basically like the black metal from Norway. It covers kind of like the rise of mayhem, the rise of Burzum, some of like the controversial things that happened between Varg and Euronymous. It covers, I think, the murder that did. I think it covers the church burnings. It covers death, suicide, and I'm pretty sure it ends with Varg killing Euronymous or whatever. But yeah, it covers all that drama. It covers like kind of like the beginning, or black metal. Sorry, got started. It has Rory Culkin in it, and it's got some other more, and it's got some, as Varg puts it, some fat Jewish kid playing him. But honestly, the kid doesn't look fat to me. He just looks like not skinny. So whatever. He looks, you know, pretty close to what Varg looked like back in the day. Not spot on, obviously, but you know, like if you put the kid on screen with that like scar that he has on his chin, you're like, I think this is trying to, you know, represent Varg. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, even though like the black metal community right now is kind of shitting themselves and like not wanting it to be made, bring posers into black metal, and it's going to like ruin what actually happened. And I think they're just kind of up in arms over nothing. It's just a movie. It's just supposed to be entertaining. It's not supposed to be like a documentary, a fucking like step by step, perfect representation of how everything that. Go watch Until the Light Takes Us, because that's a documentary that properly, for the most part. And this is a movie. It's meant to entertain. It's supposed to be fun for the general the general audience isn't a true cult fucking black metal fan. The general audience, for the most part, isn't really extreme metal. This is for the general audience to kind of get an idea of what black metal is about, and it's also entertaining. So, for all these people shitting themselves about it, calm down. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's getting made. It's released February 8th in North America for anyone who wants to see it. There's trailers available. I say go watch it if you want to. And it doesn't make you a poser.
Be honest with you, you know what movie would be fucking awesome to see? Like the backstory to technical death metal, slamming brutal death metal, and brutal death metal, and maybe melodic death metal. I would like to see a movie like based on those genres.
Funny you mention that, because I actually tried to get a slam document up and going. I think it was called The Brotherhood of Slam, but I didn't get any kind of happen. I emailed a bunch of bands. I emailed them a bunch of questions to like answer on film and send me the videos of it. So me and Necrofuckphilia could edit. Like me and him were gonna edit it and like in a way that seemed like cool for the general audience and death metal fans to check out. But none of the bands followed through. Like, oh, we'll do it. And then I sent them the questions, and I told them, hey, record yourself even on a phone or a shitty little camcorder answering these questions with your bandmates and send it back to me, and me and Lord Dagor will edit it and present it in a aesthetically pleasing to the audience, and just no one followed through with it. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, I was trying to get a slam and brutal death metal documentary.
Before we end this live stream, there is ideas I have set in motion. I just haven't brought them up to the table yet because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do these ideas. I've been thinking about, okay, you know how Markiplier did like to see a little 4 or 5 videos of who killed Markiplier and stuff, basically.
I remember seeing those pop up in my subscription feed, but I never got around to
Well,
when I have time, I try to sit down and watch a couple of videos in my subscription feed just to keep catching up on stuff. But I do remember seeing them pop up now that you bring it up.
Well, the reason is I had ideas, basically. I was talking with Trez. I was talking with a couple others. I'm thinking about doing like, it's kind of weird to think, basically like American Satan, and I'm using these 2 examples, American Satan and Deathgasm, like those type of idea movies, but try to make my own. Basically, let's say it's you, me, Trez, Azeg, and Lonnie, right? Say the 5 of us, and or whoever decides they want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's say there could be a band featuring it, be basically me on vocals, stuff like that. Kind of like an idea of introducing basically thrash, death metal, technical death metal, brutal death metal, melodic death metal. Kind of introduce those genres and throw them out there in the open. Kind of like I know those genres are pretty known, but kind of have a gateway for those,
Right.
Kind of like Battlegrave. Definitely try to get them in, idea-wise, talk with the certain band members, see if they're okay with featuring in a movie and stuff, These are just ideas I have been thinking about for, I say, like 2-3 months now.
No, it's a really good idea. Someone in the chat already says that they'd love to see it happen. But yeah, like I would love to get into filming my video early last year, saying that I'd love to create a short film or be, get into directing and stuff like that. Obviously, you need at least a good camcorder with a flip screen so you can kind of see what you're doing. Like I think me and Trez talked a bit on an old Sinister Sunday, but yeah, man, like it would be really cool if at least one of us could fucking if one of us could get into filming.
Yeah, I mean, it would be definitely a big thing because, I know there's not going to be another Deathgasm film. And it's just like, well, that movie kind of has big inspirations on my ideas. And I've actually been wanting to do an actual film. If my band could get on its feet and we can become an actual fucking band, I would love to do basically a movie about that band, what inspired us to make basically why Demon Parasitosis became a band and why a certain album was our biggest inspiration. So
Yeah, man.
it's just big ideas. It's just big ideas, and and there's gonna be like there's gonna be probably a short film that I'm gonna be needing snow. So kind of like a black metal.
Yeah,
Actually,
you kind of need to come to Canada for that.
actually, I have an idea just popped up in my head. I want to introduce basically in a short film, basically because you're big into black metal, right?
Yeah.
Have a black metal side and a death metal side in one film.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's time consuming, it's money consuming. Right now it's all projects for me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I
sure.
definitely want to do them.
Yeah, man. Like any sort of like documentary would be really sweet to do. It'd be pretty good to have on your resume too, I think. I know a lot of directors based normally either go like horror movie route or documentary route because go to the filming industry with beyond like obviously short films and little things like that. But yeah, I just get little things and then wrap it up here, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Adami says, "What do you think about Torment and Undying by 6 Feet Under? Little digital EP that has a collection of stuff from Unborn and Undead. Amazing. The stuff that's on digital EP is fantastic, and I wish that Metal Blade would put out a physical copy sometime in the future. But I talked to Chris Barnes, and he says that it's probably not going to get a physical copy anytime soon. It's just digital for now, so that sucks. As for Torment, it's on my list of things to buy. Is fucking huge, and I just have like this amount of money, so it's like chipping away at a giant sculpture that's going to take years to complete. But it's on my list of things to get, and I'm if it sounds anything like Undying or Unborn or Undead, Stefan G just sends in a giant, huge compliment. He says, "I wanted to say that I've been watching you for you're a huge inspiration in my life. Always keep bringing the awesome, dude." Appreciated that. I think that's probably one of the best compliments I've got on here. I'm glad that the Rebellion and the Rebellion family or some enjoyment to your life, because let's just be frank, life sucks, big ass sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. We need some, peers in our life to, just be and enjoyment for music. And I'm glad that I can do that for you, man. Like, besides just sharing my shitty collection, I'm glad that we can connect on music and our enjoyment for it. So I'm glad we can do that for you. It warms my heart to know that I'm not wasting my time on here. Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad you guys enjoy the Rebellion family as well. I've been seeing a lot of love for Lord Husk on the stream, and that's great. I love seeing my extended Rebellion family here get the love and recognition they deserve, because they're awesome people and they make great content. For that, Stefan G. All right, last question here. Let's see. Oh, Stefan G also kind of says that if we need help with editing and stuff, if we ever do get that far, that they're majoring in film and cool. We'll try to hit you up if we ever do get that far, Stefan. Much appreciated. And the last question here is from you know what? I'm gonna take it from Deborah Fernandez. I like Acedes, so that's a quick, easy answer for Seth. I love Acedes. As Deborah Fernandez asks, what do you guys think of Friday the 13th?
Does she want the honest truth, brutal honest truth, or she want the killer brutal honest truth? To be honest, as sad as it's gonna sound, Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees is a big influence for me in general, because I am making more interesting songs. So Friday the 13th is literally number one right now. Nightmare on Elm Street used to be number one, but now, I mean, Jason's the best. So
yeah, myself, my wife, Lord Husk here have all been kind of like geeking out over the Friday the 13th game, and we've been just like slaughtering counselors left and right, woods, chasing people, throughout Crystal Lake, causing havoc, impaling people. The best time playing the fucking game, even though it has so many glitches in it, but we love it. We love it in all its glitchy, random palette switch. Yeah, Friday the 13th is an amazing series, and the wife came up with like the cooler a movie that could be done with it. I don't know if you guys play Friday the 13th or watch it extensively. Game has this little thing where you have to go around and collect Pamela tapes and Tommy tapes, and one, like 20 or 23 or however many the fuck there is, there's like a story that plays out in each collection of tapes. So Pamela has an entire kind of storyline in it into the Tommy tapes, and Tommy has a whole story that plays out, but the Tommy one is where it's at. There's some crazy little Easter eggs in it, forever to collect them. So basically you just should go on YouTube and search Friday the 13th Tommy Pamela tapes into them there. The Pamela tapes are a little bit easier to find, but the Tommy tapes are harder to find and has the coolest shit in it. So spoiler, I'm sorry I have to tell you, but it's so cool. But if you don't want to hear it, turn it off now. But there's a cool little part in the tapes that says that Tommy ends up in Smith's Grove, which is the asylum that Michael Myers is held at. So he says that only one asylum would listen to him about Jason. So everyone assumes that he's talking to Michael Myers. And then later on, when he escapes from Smith's Grove, he ends up in Springwood, which is the Nightmare on Elm Street asylum or the victims of Freddy, and he ends up like going there and helping out a couple of the Freddy victims too. So technically, if like a Tommy from Friday the 13th spin-off movie and kind of have him like running into Michael Myers, running into the kids at Springwood and facing off against Freddy and shit like that. And if you are a huge nerd and you Ash comic books, you'll know that Tommy, along with Jason Voorhees' granddaughter, team up with Ash and her warriors, and they eventually fight Michael and Freddy and Jason. So yeah, lots of really cool shit there. Anywho, time we have, we've already gone like 20 minutes over what I'm normally trying to limit these things to. I try to keep them to 2 hours. For joining us today. My apologies that there couldn't be more panelists on. Hopefully, Lord Husk and I kept you entertained. Hopefully, our battle jackets and our crown jewels, were enough to on this really fucking cold Sunday. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to Lord Husk for hosting this stream with me and talking about some cool stuff. Really, really appreciate it, man. If you guys haven't subscribed to Lord Husk's Evil Empire, go do it. Get your ass to Mars. Go subscribe to his channel. Great dude. Killer content. Looking forward to seeing the Evil Empire rise, my dude. And that is it for Sinister Sunday. Foolish night.